Hello and welcome back to the streams. And welcome back, Dadalus! Yay! It's soon to be Father's Day. Yay!
We've done a streaming in a while.
We haven't. This was going to happen next week for Father's Day, but I mean, this week works too because it's, in the weekend. And the reason I did that is because also this week I got to get back early from work-ish. You saw, and so like that kind of worked out a little bit better. So I was like, we'll just do it this week to make sure. And lo and behold, next week I will be back a tiny bit later. Not terribly, but so yeah, Dadalus is back. Yep. We're doing it for you. Don't have to put that in right now. Oh, good for you. You're fine. And we're gonna do a Dadalus Day stream with some special stuff all set up for my wonderful dad, who I love. But before we do, I want to just be serious for a moment. And before we can also, I want to let you know, and I want to let everyone know how amazing this man is. I'm serious.
You guys make it easy to be a dad. I got two of the best kids.
Yeah, my little brother's fantastic too. Yes, but
unbelievable.
We are only raised as amazing. So my little brother and I grew up in a home that was very loving with mother and father. I know not everyone has that. I'm very sorry because that's how it's supposed to be. Biblically, it is. And I was raised incredibly, and I've been blessed.
You could have it if you just follow Christ.
I know, but not everyone lives there. So,
no, but as you grow older, if you make that choice to follow Christ, you'll find somebody special, and you will have it.
And speaking of which, I want to read a verse that I was looking up, and I definitely feel, and I want you to understand this, Dad, that is so true for my life. Proverbs 27, the righteous who walks in his integrity, blessed are his children after him.
Oh, my.
And I definitely feel that. I want you to know that
so far from perfect, so thank God the Lord is forgiving.
But my father has raised me so well. He has been participating, and this is huge for kids. And if you have kids or you know kids, this is huge, guys. At least try. He has participated in so much stuff that I love as I was growing up. He never forced me in something he wanted. I never played sports.
Nope.
Much to his chagrin. And to be fair, in your favor, I should have tried more on that just because team building. I never would have
pushed you to do it, but I do think now that you guys have grown up that to let kids experience sports, even if somebody will work for a year or two, they'll learn camaraderie, friendship,
failure.
You really do learn a lot.
It is good.
But when I grew up, we had some kids who were just horrible. And I remember the dads out there just making them play. Kids were miserable. So I always thought, if I have kids someday, I'm not going to make them do that. But then at the same time, I do see the other side of the coin. I think you missed out on some stuff of being a team, having friends.
Could use that.
Having a teammate wanting him to do as good as he can, even though it could affect your playing time. It really teaches you a lot, and I just think it helps you develop.
Yes.
But anyway, no, I never pushed on you, but we enjoy doing things that you enjoy doing.
Absolutely. So, and like, I definitely do agree with that. I think that public school. There's some things that we should have done more.
As a parent, you go through and you're like, okay.
We tried.
I wish I would have done this.
But overall, my father has been incredible. And that verse absolutely is
thank
true.
you. I mean,
I have been so blessed.
I don't know what I did.
You just spent.
The Lord has guided me because ain't much I did.
But here's
your mama.
But here's the thing. And this is you. This man, I want to remind everyone, has seen more anime and played more games than more people I know. He has watched me play through all of Kingdom Hearts, so everything we're going through the Chronicle, he's seen.
Yeah.
Except Chain of Memories, but that was on the Game Boy Advance. That was the Game Boy Advance when it came out.
It was too small.
As well as Recoded, which nothing of value was lost.
Yeah, that's the one.
But other than that, he's seen every single one, and he's watched. He's sat there.
Let's go. What animes? What do we start off with?
So first off, he's seen all of Kingdom Hearts. That alone, with Nomura's insane brainchild and him going through it. And he's not an anime guy. He's not a nerd. He grew up. Dad, whenever you grew up, what were you doing?
I was outside playing baseball.
He's outside playing baseball,
running around,
throwing oranges at the buses,
cars, playing kick the can. We just lived outside. No, we had Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, but every child watched that. That doesn't mean they're.
They ended at about noon.
Yeah.
Whatever, they were done.
Yeah.
But I quit watching those once I got. Yeah, I was outside.
He was outside.
Playing 500. Go look that up. I had to play 500 in a baseball game. Hot box.
But so keep in mind, this man is not.
Now I played video games. Now look,
No. You played arcade.
In the
which is a big
mid-'70s,
difference.
we started playing pinball. Pinball was big in the '70s. So the first arcade machine, I would say, was like they just built a Pizza Hut, which was really exciting.
God, that thing's old.
They built that, and I'm guessing I was probably 12, so I'm going to get the dates wrong. I'm thinking like 73, 74, something like that. We were all excited.
What year were you born?
64.
Wow, I forgot. I
I said, well, I've been older. Okay, yeah, well, maybe it was like 75, 76, something like that.
Yeah, so you were a 70s kid. Then.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were 70s.
But another reason I claim the 70s more, which really should be almost more 80s, because when 1980, I was turning, 16.
Yeah,
but I hung around older
years with the 70s.
Yes. And
Which
I
middle
hung
school is
around
formative.
older people. My brother was 2 years older than me. And so I had a friend exactly my age, and he had a brother my brother's age. So we all, and then everybody we hung around was older.
Don't stop.
So I didn't hang around kids any younger than me.
Sure.
So there were 4 or 5 of us kids my age, and we hung around our brothers and these people who were older. So we experienced more the 70s, where if I would have been the oldest, then I really would have had to claim the 80s because I'd have been too young. But I went with them. I went a lot of places I probably shouldn't have gone. I experienced a lot. I've always said, and I know it's not good, but really,
don't get me.
There's a movie. Okay.
Oh no.
Really,
oh, I hate that movie so much.
But if you want to see how my generation was, it's the closest. It is the most authentic. And there's a lot of.
Hold on, let me do a quote. Let's do it. Okay. I just love high school girls. I get older, they keep staying the same.
The older I get, they keep staying the same.
All right. Don't cancel me. That's from a movie.
It's from a movie.
That's a quote. That's not me.
Dazed and Confused. It's supposed to be taking place around the mid-'70s. And, okay, there's a lot of pot smoking. But that was when it happened in my generation. No one says it's right or wrong. I'm saying it's wrong. But I grew up around it. But how they depicted how those kids acted, how we acted around girls, the whole environment was dead on from what I experienced in the mid-'70s. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I'm just saying they've had like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which was more 80s. And that was close to the right depiction, but it wasn't all the way. But Dazed and Confused really nailed the 70s and what one night would look like. In the mid-'70s, how the seniors treated, the mood, the music, it really, really, really did. So if you want to see what I grew up in, that was it. But I experienced, and I would have been really, I would have been the young kid who the kids were chasing to give the whippings, because that would have been about my age. I'd have been a little younger than him, but I experienced all that because my brothers were older, and I hung around them. How did we get on this?
Well, we were talking about what you did whenever you were young, because you weren't a nerd and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. So, but no, wait a minute. So when the Pizza Hut came in, like I said, we had pinball machine. It's a 7-Eleven. They had a pinball machine. I'll never forget it. It was called the Buccaneer. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, what is this? So we started playing it, and you learn how to do the flippers separately and all that. And you bump it. It said tilt. I thought that only went with that machine because it's called the Buccaneer. You tilted the boat over. But as I played other pinball machines, I realized tilt is when you bounce it too hard, and it's called tilt. But I went to just that one because they were ships. But then when they opened that pinball Pizza Hut, they had a little sit-down arcade tabletop thing. It was Space Invaders. Very first video game. I don't think it was Pac-Man. It was one of Super. I want to say Space Invaders. And then they added where you could play one or the other on the little. Matter of fact, the Mountain House that Mom and I went to a couple months back up in Georgia had that tabletop they had bought from the 70s. It had all these old games in it. It was incredible. But
oh man, my dad got a video of Mom playing Pong.
Yes,
so cute. She's
it's
so
hilarious.
bad, but she's so fun.
It went right.
She's like, why would she get so upset?
Because the knobs are so loose. You want a little friction so you can use it as brakes, but this knob is so loose. It's so much stuff. But then, yes, when the like 78, 79, 80, when the arcades really took off, I stuck money in that thing like you wouldn't believe.
Yes.
Back in my days, Cokes didn't come in a plastic bottle. They did come in cans, but they came in bottles. like 16-ounce hard glass bottles. And we used to tease each other, our test, who could take the most swigs of a Coke without burning your eyeballs out? Because the Coke today is not the Coke from my day.
No.
You'd open up that thing and it'd be down in that cold. They'd grab those thick bottles and you take 3 or 4 swigs and tears would come down your eyes. But if you took the bottle back, you got 10 cents for bringing it back. And if you found the 32-ounce Coke bottle, you returned it, you got
15 cents?
Maybe it was a quarter.
Quarter? Okay.
But man, we scoured the neighborhood for bottles. We ride our bikes. If you see a bottle in the grass, it's like finding a treasure. We jump off the bike doing full speed to jump and kill each other to get that bottle. Because you collect them, go play pinball. So I would walk, I would go play pinball. I'd lose. I'd walk down the street a little bit. I'd walk around where they might be. I'm looking for bottles. I'm collecting them. I'm going back to play more pinball. And then the arcades came out. Zaxxon, Joust. Those are some of the early ones, but Space Invaders obviously the early ones. But then it got a little more in the 80s. But if you watch, what was that movie? Tron?
Tron.
You remember in the original, not the
second one, the original.
How they hung out in the arcade?
Yeah.
I'm telling you about everything changed. Because if you look at Dazed and Confused, they hung around a pool hall, right? There really wasn't any videos, a couple of pinball machines. That changed. About 1978, they didn't work like that anymore. Look, everybody hung out at the arcades and more like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But yeah, the arcades were big, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we stuck our money in there. You wouldn't believe.
So Babel says that you know Bad Wolf. He's you know who from you know where. I visit college. I'll say his name.
Okay, yeah.
So he said Dadalus is great. Icarus, you would have been a great sports player. Proverbs 14:26. Whoever fears the Lord is a secure fortress, and for their children it will be a refuge.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Also, Babel said, you gotta be kidding. I love Dazed and Confused.
It's a great
checks
thing.
out for you.
I lived
Gosh,
it.
dang it, that's awful.
And every time I
hate that
watch
movie
it
so much.
And now look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't know what's in the food, but girls today are way.
Okay,
I'm talking 16, 17, 18-year-old girls are like 1,000 times better looking than when I grew up. I don't know if it's in the food. I won't say what I'm thinking, but if you look at how those girls look in that movie, they dressed them they just were not as good looking as they are now. There's something, when you look at the girls in that movie, and they really depicted them as how they look.
Babel.
Totally different today.
Babel Sensei. My favorite quote. Read it. Walking down the hall by myself, smoking a J with 50 L.
Do you remember the guy in the movie where he wore the beret? I knew 3 guys just like that guy.
Yeah, so this guy, as you can see, did not grow up like nerd or any of that kind of stuff. And yet he's seen all of Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
He's seen Persona 5 and Strikers. And anime. Let us count off. And he's seen all of it. Okay. No, not all.
What was the first one?
Okay, hold on. First off, Naruto, but he only watched into Shippuden, into Gaara's first arc. He didn't get much farther because it's just.
I thought it got boring.
Don't say that, Babel Sensei likes it.
Oh, sorry.
The pacing for the manga's trash. The pacing for the anime is trash.
5 minutes on this
I'm sorry, it's
5
trash.
minutes
The pacing for the anime is trash. Fight
and
me.
It would go 5 minutes, and I had to watch a little.
Fight me, it's bad. The pacing for the anime is bad. Manga's much faster.
Was that our first?
No. That might have been. That was really early. But he has seen all of Bleach, including what's coming out now.
Yep.
Spoil anything, and I will ban you from this so fast. So, I will kill you. It's been 10 plus years. Don't. But yeah, Bleach, which you love.
I love Bleach. That's my favorite.
He's seen One Piece up to Grand Line. I don't blame you for stopping. It is forever. It's very good, but I get it. You've seen Gurren Lagann. Not Gurren Lagann. Sorry. Code Geass. Did you make anyone with his eye?
Yeah.
Do what he want? Yep, that was very good.
Weird eye.
Death Note.
Death Note was very
Death Note was very well done.
Very well done.
You have seen. No, there's more. You've seen. This is an anime.
What's the one?
Hold on. This isn't anime, but you've seen all of Danny Phantom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did.
What about Who Shot?
Yu Yu Hakusho. You see all you up to the end of the Dark Tournament. Everything after is not good. Fight me.
I like that one because it moved along.
It did. It was very good. The Dark Tournament is still one of the best tournament arcs in anything.
It just moved on. Some like Naruto I didn't like because it wouldn't move on.
That's weekly anime. That's how that is.
Just isn't.
That's how that is.
What about the Titans? Attack on Titans?
You only seen the first season.
Well, I mean,
He has seen the first.
I just didn't like it, so it's not.
You've seen I've seen everything up to the latest season, which he hasn't because we're not on it yet, of My Hero.
My Hero.
We are now into the third season, technically because of the movie, because of the train. Third/second season of Demon Slayer, which you like.
Yeah.
I
like this one. Yes, I like this one.
There's other stuff. Hold on.
Wait, what about the girls?
You have seen everything up to the point of the anime of D. Gray Man.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird, and we'll see about that.
What about the basketball one?
He's seen all of Kuroko no Basket, which, how good is that? As someone who is sports.
If you remove some of the obvious
superpowers,
they nailed the game down. They nailed the game. What was the
I'm telling you guys, Kuroko no Basket is one of the best shonen battle I've ever seen. It just has a sports skin.
Is there?
Which is still very good. It's so good. It's so good. The psychology they use is so good.
What was the one?
We're starting to get to like the bottom of the barrel because I don't remember everything. Because remember, some of these series are long. We're talking about Bleach and stuff. So, shoot.
There was one.
You didn't see Soul Eater.
Were they in a cloud or something? Or
cloud? Holy crap. What? Okay, here's the real dedication. It's not even any of this.
I can remember this one, but I can't. Was there a tiger girl or
That doesn't help. Whatever, it'll come to you. Here's the real dedication. This is just real man dedication to me as a child. When I was young, about 7 or 8, the Pokemon movie came out, and this man sat through that movie. And I like the first Pokemon movie. I think it's very good. I like that. I like the first movie. I think it's actually very good. But this man sat through the movie. He did it for me. And how hard was that? How hard was that?
I fell asleep.
That was just it. I really believe I should have been born in the 60s and in the 70s. Yeah, I could see you. The 90s was fun, but the early 2000s and beyond was just awful. My dad tells me stories.
As we go on, people are becoming more independent. They're on their phone. We really were friends. I mean, we fought. We threw punches. Look, we threw punches at each other. Ain't like today. I mean, we did fights. Two guys would knock it out, and then you're done. You're hanging out playing football again together. There's no big deal.
Bad Wolf. You really should.
We just had more connection with each other. You were true friends, man. And I watch from afar. I'm not in this generation, so I don't know. But I don't see the connection and the friendship that we had back then. I mean, we did everything together. We got out of school, dropped our books, and we were out. And we were hanging out until sun went down. Our parents called us for dinner. We did it again next day. We all played sports together on the same teams, or maybe opposite teams against them. But it was just a different generation.
You know what? I'll back that.
Me now. Everything's me.
Bad Wolf says, I'll back that. When did our not to bring this up, but when did our friendship start falling apart? When we were proximity away from each other and used media. Just putting that out there. But yeah, I do agree with that. Bad Wolf says, you really should finish Bleach manga. The anime is going to be drawn out. No. They're coming out. There's not much left. They're actually moving through. It's good pacing, and it's sticking to it, no filler crap. They're going good. Like, the second part's coming out in July. And, are you excited?
I'm still thinking about that one anime.
I can't help you.
Do you remember there's a show made? It's a movie called High School Heroes or Heroes, where they go up, they get on the bus, and they go up.
Yeah, High School Heroes thing. It was a Disney movie. It was a Disney movie.
Yeah, it has Kurt Russell in it.
Yeah, it did.
This anime reminds me of that. They got on some kind of a bus, and they went off somewhere, and... You know this anime.
Is it old? Is it old style? Like, we're talking old One Piece style. No, we're talking like the art styles, like real old looking. Yeah. Oh boy.
And this other group came to fight them, and there were some girls, there were some guys.
Jeez. Digimon.
And they had a control tower that girl had to go up in.
Oh my! No, was it 3D?
No.
It wasn't 3D. I thought you were thinking about Code Lyoko. I was like, you can't be serious. You don't think you watched that. It was good. Code Lyoko was very good.
Wasn't one girl like a cat girl, and one girl was not the girl with the big hammer thing, because what's that?
That's RWBY. Yeah, not that. And that's a scythe, but yeah. Which he has seen up to season 3. But it reminds me of that movie. Everything is good.
It reminds me of that movie.
I don't know.
Kurt Russell movie.
I can't.
Man, you made me watch.
I don't know. I can't help with that.
Yeah, you have to pick your brain.
That's old. That's real old.
I'm saying we watched this Maybe before you went to college.
What?
I
I don't know
remember it.
what that is.
I remember. I mean, I just
Is it called
remember.
Cleo? Was it 3D at certain points? Was it 3D
What do you
sometimes
mean
in
by
2D?
3D?
Like the models of like a character, and sometimes it was 2D like drawn.
No.
Because that's Cleo. It sounds like it, but it's not.
No.
I
We'll have to
don't.
look it up after we do this.
I don't know. I can't help you with that. Maybe if it comes to you, if it comes more details, let me know.
I'll never
But yeah,
remember the
the
name.
point is he's seen her. Like
Yeah.
and that.
Seems like there's a couple more.
What I'm trying to say is that more than obviously not more than Raised in the Lord's Love, which he does do work. I'm telling you guys.
So it has to start
raise
there.
your child in the way of the Lord from when he's
You can't get anything else. If you don't know where the source is, you can't get there.
Love, it's where he comes from. But also on top of that, which is another source of love, him being interested in what I was interested in.
Yeah.
Genuinely trying, not judging. And he's not like he's interested in everything. I tried to show you SMVZ and you're like, not this. So it's not like he's like, oh, I'll do whatever you want. No, he has an opinion.
Yeah, the one we're doing now, I enjoy. Pocono Heroes, it's okay to me. You love it. It's okay to me.
It's not as good as it was at the beginning, and the latest season is good, but they didn't nail what he wanted to. We'll get there. But the point is, he has an opinion, so he's not doing this out of pity. He genuinely tries to listen and open his mind, and you had great experiences because of it.
Look, I like science fiction, so if it's a good story, if it has to be a story, and if I can connect to it.
But do you know how amazing that is for a father? There are so many dads who, there are so many dads who won't even give a chance to what their children like. Oh, that's not about what it is. Just the anime sounds like Terror in Tokyo. That's definitely not it. I don't remember that. I haven't seen that one. I made you watch a Godzilla movie when I was young.
Oh well, my generation started that. Don't tell me you mean. I used to watch those on Saturday, early 70s.
By the way, you're good. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep talking.
Early 70s. So Godzilla's really mine. I mean, I don't watch it now because I'm older, but when I was a kid, oh my god.
Tell me what this looks like. I'm showing him Baxcalibur. You know, the Pokemon. What does that look like?
It's Godzilla. It's based on Godzilla. I mean, they could change it and tweak it, but that's what it is.
So, whenever I did I was doing the Pokemon playthrough, and it was a Nuzlocke, so if you catch something, you have to catch the first thing you see, and if it faints, it dies. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you play Pokemon to really like me. And I could pick a Chosen, which means I could pick any Pokemon, only one, and raise it however I wanted to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I skipped over this guy.
Oh, wow. That would have been your bread and butter.
I know! And I know what I chose. Look, the reason I'm so upset, anyone who's been in this chat, Bad will say, you know what this argument is. Go watch my end of my Violet playthrough. I picked a turd in a punch bowl, worthless, trash chosen Hatterena who will be sacrificed for the true king to come in. So that's going to happen. But yeah, the fact that you say that makes me so upset. So upset.
Well, it's obvious.
No, I know you are. I just like... Babel Sensei, I blame myself, not you. But gosh dang it, we screwed up. But the point is...
your friend in Orlando?
Yes, okay. This is who it is.
All
right, fine, whatever.
I think Orlando's good. But in my generation, you know what do I always say is the greatest cartoon ever in the history of man? I'm going to ask you first.
Oh,
what you think about all the way back to cartoons. There's been a lot of them. Now, look, I grew up, so I watched cartoons in the morning. There is one that is... here's all these cartoons, and then there's this one. I can't stress it, the greatest ever. And if they want to take all these cartoon movies and comic books and make them into movies,
no,
screw that.
Stupid.
This particular cartoon could make insane movies.
They technically made
the greatest cartoon ever. It was so far before its time. Can you name what it might be? He can't see what you're doing.
No one can see it. I'm getting it up. So
name me what you think is the most classic, greatest cartoon ever. Maybe he doesn't know it.
The Iron Giant? No, cartoon, not movie.
Not movie, cartoon. Series. Like, the series came on every Saturday.
And we're talking old. We're talking in the era of My Godzilla.
I don't care if it's from today or back then. It is the greatest
I'll give you hints from the past.
Ever.
And this is from the era of Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. You know, the thing I showed you guys. You know, the one where I walked around at.
It came out way before that.
Well, you know what I mean, like old.
Okay.
I know what it is. I already know. I already have
greatest. And I'm seriously, they take all these comic books, they make these take this cartoon, take any of the episodes,
They made a second
make them.
one.
I think probably
Follow-up series, but it's a crude
that
humor
was
one.
terrible. The original. Do you think he's thinking?
Oh, he's definitely thinking. He has to get it right.
Well, I mean, it's my opinion.
And he will
but my
justify
opinion
when he does
is
not.
right.
I love you, man.
My opinion is
It's
right.
not. God, this show.
Do you disagree with me?
I like the show that had the what was it, the Kullogs or whatever. It had all it had the man and the woman, and they were kind of like cavemen-ish.
The Herculoids?
Yeah, the Herculoids. I love the Herculoids.
It was around the same time.
I love the Triceratops with the firing.
Yeah, it was around that he shot the little.
And the two goo men.
You had the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon.
You had the two ghosts.
Yeah, well, they're more like goo.
Yeah, what were they? I don't know what they were.
They're like weird goo stuff.
Yeah.
All right, time's up. It's time to show the answer because we have to get to our thing. Here we go, everyone.
Does it have the opening?
Yeah, I'm doing the intro.
Oh, this is so great.
Put on your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you, I
gotta
have
hear
to.
it.
But.
Let me hear
it. Hold on. I forgot. I messed it up. Give me a second. I will fix this. I have to put it on desktop. My bad.
Even the beginning's like real people. They name them like their names of people. Listen to the music. Oh, the spider. The spider's a classic. Oh yeah, he scared me too. I watched this at 6. That mummy dude scared the crap out of me.
This is Hanna-Barbera, yeah.
Oh no, this is not.
Oh no, it's not. Sorry.
Oh yeah, the dragons. The frogmen. They were gonna shoot down the rocket. I don't see the name. This is the music. Look at
It is Hanna-Barbera.
That's not the name of this.
Oh, no, it is. That's what it is. Yeah, that's how it is in Godzilla movie.
Okay, I didn't know.
Johnny Quest.
Look at her naming them like they're real people. And everybody thought he would be the dad of Johnny Quest, but he's not. The doctor is. And Haji, the name of the dog was? Bandit.
Oh, boy.
What the heck is it? Look at the jet. How cool is that?
There it is. Hanna-Barbera's Johnny Quest.
I thought Hanna-Barbera was a show.
No, it's a producer. They made my Godzilla one I loved.
Oh, okay.
Like,
All right.
Babel. Oh, this is old. My dad.
Oh, dude.
My dad showed me this. Is this like Johnny Quest or something?
Yes.
It's Johnny Quest. Yep.
Dude.
The original.
Watch it. They have one where there's like a ghost. And like, this starts off this scientist is like trying to create this. And it's like in some island, scary island or whatever. And it blows up. He's like, what happened? And there's like this invisible ghost that like eats him. And throughout the movie, it's walking through the series, and you couldn't
the episode,
and you couldn't see this much. You didn't know what it was. And Johnny Quest shows up. Oh, what's going on? I think it was like 7 or 8. Scared the crap out of me, you know. And then at the end, they're like, what is this monster? And it's like an energy monster, and they're on the ground, and they fly over it, and they drop this paint. And it draws them, had like just one eye. It's like a ghost looking thing. It's not that you go laugh at myself. But to me, I'm telling you, it scared the crap out of the music. Oh, it scared me today. Oh, well, I loved it. It scared me. It was very
you loved it and it scared you.
Yeah. Johnny Quest. But there's a trivia. You guys may know this. Johnny Quest, obviously the drawing, had a kid to do the voice. Does anybody know who that kid was who did? He's an actor now, a famous actor.
No idea.
Who did the voice of Johnny Quest.
No idea.
Now I'm going to get his name wrong. I'll tell you the movies he played in because I'm bad with names. Oh, no, I remember it.
You know what I'm saying? I can look it up right now.
He was the main character in Animal House. He played in Fletch. He was the one that said, shoot me. Tim Matheson.
It is.
He was the voice of Johnny Quest. His name's Tim Matheson.
I have DVD.
He's played in a million movies.
His name is this guy?
No, that's John Belushi.
This guy? He's one
of the main guys in there. Donaldson? Oh, yeah, Donaldson. Tim Matheson. Where'd he go? You just moved it right down there.
Tim Matheson.
Yeah.
Matheson.
He's played a million, like I say, if you've ever seen Animal House and a million other movies. So many. 1941 with John Belushi. He's played a million movies. But he played as a kid. He was the voice of
Dadalus. Dadalus is it. Again, another reason to be born in the 60s and 70s. The best shows. Now Cartoon Network Nickelodeon's got.
Look, if you get a chance, I know it sounds stupid, but go onto YouTube and look up a few of those old Johnny Quest and just kind of watch it. See if it's got a vibe. It's just got a really good. Imagine that when you watch it. Imagine you were, 8 years old, and look at how they drew him and the sound, and kind of put yourself in my shoes and see if you don't think it. Man, it's kind of really.
Look, I watched the Hanna-Barbera's Godzilla. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm with you.
But the story had these storylines.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good.
You can make the whole a movie out of one of them.
All right. Okay, so there is. We'll do it off stream because we gotta keep going.
Yeah.
So, all right, so. We're going to get into our tier lists, everyone. We have 2 to do.
All right.
Very exciting. And since we're talking about the past, I was going to do the other one first, but since we're talking about the past and stuff, we might as well do the other one first. So I want you to close your eyes as I get it up, okay? And
that's what she said. Sorry.
But Dad,
sorry.
That was.
I think I'm at work.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Don't look. Do not look. Do not look. Oh man, there's so much ads. Hold on. So many ads. Okay. So this. Oh my God, there's so many ads. I'm gonna go down here just so that. All right. So hold on. Give me a second. Let me put it on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, Dadalus, you can look. We are going to do a tier list of 80s movies.
All right.
So it's not the 70s.
It's all right.
I couldn't really find the 70s, but there is 80s, and you were older in that. You like this is whenever you would have watched
I was
older-ish
in
movies.
1980. I was in 10th grade. So that's like 15, 16.
So I know there's some ads. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of them. So we're going to do a tier list based on movies. Now this is all Dad list. This is not me because I've seen some of these, of course, but Dad list is the one really.
Yeah. So.
All right, so let's go.
Does these mean anything?
S is the highest, the best. No, not those. Those mean nothing. S is the absolute best.
Well, when we did it before, you had like names in them, like great masterpiece. So this is going to be A, B, C.
Yeah, S, A, B, C, and D.
Oh, is S?
S is like if A is this is one of the best. S is this I consider
Superstar.
To be just
I don't need these
perfection.
Airbees?
No, you don't. You don't have to, but we'll keep them in. Right. But you don't have to put them on. Actually, I don't think they put one around my neck. Who cares? All right. Pavel Sensei. I saw my wife Animal House on the other day. It's on Netflix. I still haven't seen it. I didn't get to see it.
Gosh.
I still didn't get to see
classic.
it. I know. I don't. I want to. I just haven't gotten to quite yet.
The funny thing is,
she
I don't
cracked
know
up so much. John Belushi, Kevin Bacon, Karen Allen. She's so young and pretty in that movie.
I honestly don't know.
Karen Allen?
Who?
Karen Allen. She was so young and pretty.
Karen Allen? Was she was in Animal House? Karen Allen. No, I'm not sure. I'm bad with names. I don't remember. I'd have to see her.
Karen Allen.
Oh, she also played in which is right there.
Oh, hold on. We're good there. This girl.
Yeah, she was always okay to me. I don't think she was anything great. She played in Raiders of the Lost Ark. She played a lot of 80s, a lot of the 70s, 80s.
You were saying. Go watch it. I will.
I don't know if the younger generation today can get the humor because I've told you this. I think the attention span of kids today with the phone is too short. So they have to watch movies that have one-liners. Something has to be moved on. Well, in my days, it was situational comedy. Like when he sits down and puts all the food in his mouth, and what am I now? It's the comedy skit that you laughed at, not all the one-liners. And today, kids have to have some fast, quick, easy understanding one-liners to set up a scene and have something happen. That's half of the fun. Not just what they said. And I don't know if kids would watch Animal House today or Caddyshack and understand it. I don't think they would get the humor because it's not fast enough. There wasn't a one-liner. It's more of a situational comedy.
Animal House is on the banned movie list, by the way. Of course it is. Because the woke generation movie.
Oh, well, I'm glad I don't live in the woke because...
Okay, so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So we are going to be doing. Don't start looking yet.
Oh,
We're going to be doing movies one by one, and they're all a bunch of 80s, and you get to place where they are. Once again, S is all Dadalus. S is just, and D is I would not watch. All right, so let's go one by one. First off, well, I mean we're starting with the big one, Star Wars, and this is, I believe,
how many here?
Sorry, stupid ad. There we go. That's the best I can do. Okay. Star Wars. And this would be, if it's in the 80s, this would be
I'm assuming it's that would have been the second one. The original came out in 77.
This is the third because we see the Emperor here, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That is the third. Okay, so we'll judge it as the third. As a third to kind of finish it up, it had some really good parts and I thought kind of silly parts. I thought the little bouncy around bear things, I thought at some point got a little kiddish. But I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot because
it's a super classic.
I started with it and it moved the storyline across. So I'm gonna give that an A. I did enjoy it. I'll pass the Care Bears in my mind. I thought it got a little cheesy at times. But I thought it had a good, it fulfilled where it moved us.
Yeah, and I feel like Darth Vader's arc wrapping up.
Yes,
I thought that was really good. Mm-hmm. Like that is very good.
Yep.
Do you know in the original writing? I don't think because I watched Jesse Cox, Davis, and Alex on Old Canon podcast. Go watch it. They're plug for someone else. In the original script, like the book that came before. Mm-hmm. In the book, in the first book, New Hope. I think Vader was supposed to be the big bad guy. I don't think the Emperor was supposed to. He was supposed to kind of be a political
peon. It was really
peon.
just a screenplay.
So no, there was a book first. There was a book first. No, they read it. There was a book that came out.
I thought it was just a screenplay. I never thought they'd ever get a second.
Yeah. Babel says, have you ever seen Risky Business? I don't think I ever saw it. No, I did. Where he pays the. Okay, yeah. Actually, it was pretty good.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Also, all right. What is this?
Risky Business is going to be called a classic, but to me, I just thought it was a C. I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was great. I know a lot of people my age is, Risky Business. To me, it was just okay. I thought.
Was it like every other high school movie kind of thing?
Yeah, it just had parts that just kind of sat there. It had parts I thought was pretty funny, but overall, I would never watch it. Matter of fact, when we had you watch it with us, because I was like, you got to watch the classic. I remember sitting there thinking, there wasn't a whole lot to this movie.
It's kind of overrated.
Yeah, in my opinion, I just thought it was overrated.
It was fine to me, but I didn't kind of grow up with that. All right, this Untouchables.
I never watched the Untouchables.
Oh, well, we'll put it in. We'll just leave it at the bottom. Yeah, if I didn't.
I know that I'm not going to have seen all these.
This one, okay. Indiana Jones. What is this? I can't tell which one this is.
Is that a boy?
No, this is the Last Crusade.
Then that's the second one. It looks like. Isn't that little Chinese boy? And then that's that girl.
I can't tell. Is that Short Round?
Can you zoom that up just a little bit?
Hold on. I will look it up. Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. Let me look at its box art and see if it comes up with the same way. I don't think so.
Oh no, because there's a bunch. So maybe that's the original.
Is that the original? Hold on. What was the original called again?
It's not Last
Raiders. The Lost Ark.
Yeah, there wasn't another.
That is it. Yes, that's Raiders. That's Raiders.
This one is going to go straight to S. It is a classic in every sense of the term. The story, the cinematography.
I barely remember it, but even I agree.
Off the charts. I mean, when we went to the movie, you got to understand back in my days, we got together, went to a movie theater. Different than today, but we still went. It just had a different vibe back then. The movie was off the charts. I mean, everything about that movie. It was funny. It was drama. It was awesome.
Okay.
The cinematography was great.
S tier classic, yeah.
Absolutely.
Even what I remember was very, very good. Okay, we have to change something. I just realized this right here is the final Star Wars. This is Empire Strikes Back. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, Empire Strikes Back up.
Is it higher for you?
No, for me it was a B. It went the original, then Bing, then back up. So I would put that as a B.
Really?
Some people think it's better.
Yoda's introduction alone is like so good. to me because he's such a good mentor and the way he introduces himself is so good. Do you really want it to be B? We will. Remember where stuff's gonna go.
To me, the first three were classics. So I guess we could. Yeah, we'll leave it.
Okay. Okay? All right. While we're on it, we'll move it to the front. Okay. Star Wars: The Final.
That would have been an A. Like I say, I think they finished the storyline perfect. Yeah, I liked it. Like I say, other than the little bear guys, I mean, I didn't have a problem with that. I thought they got a little silly at some points, but they figured there's kids.
Jabba's palace was a little diverted.
Yeah, the beginning was but it was all right. It was all right, but I think it got rolling. Got right into
yeah, once it got rolling, it was like real fucking good. Like, if nothing alone, Luke getting captured and being taken up from that point on with his part of the story, being taken up into that throne room scene alone is so good.
Yeah, everything was good.
All Star Wars are A. New Disney ones are F, except for Rogue One and Dormidor. Yeah, the new ones.
Since Rogue One's not on here, I can't agree more. Rogue One, the new ones are just very average. Rogue One was just excellent.
It was very good.
Excellent. I mean, because I was so disappointed in Han Solo. I thought it was.
You watched it?
Yeah,
I never saw
boring. It. Oh my gosh, Rogue One was. I mean, it filled the hole of where they passed off the data to build the Death, but it was funny. I mean, it wasn't overly trying to be funny. It was fantastic. I'd put it up in the A category with the original Star Wars. I thought Rogue One was off the charts.
Probably because it went back to basics.
Other than the only thing I did like about it is I have a Death Star, which is classic, and we're going to one up and make a Death Planet. I was like, the whole freaking planet's a Death Star.
Wait. That was
in Rogue One, wasn't it?
No, that was not Rogue One. That's
right. That was in
the new one. It's Force Awakens.
Yes.
No, yeah.
I'm sorry. I was about to say that was the only point. Yeah, so yes, Rogue One, they went to the planet to get the
Rogue One ends with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love Rogue One. I was thinking of it. Yeah, the Star Wars with the planet.
Babel Sensei. Phantom Menace is B+. That's kind of generous. Clone Wars is B-. I never saw it. I was too scared. I turned around in the theater the whole time.
It was
B-. Revenge of the Sith teeters on B-, C+.
Yeah, I'm going C+.
C. No, C. It's even worse. There's nothing in that movie besides the final fight.
Because I thought we had this build up for generations.
Anakin's a pathetic character. Fight me, Cypher.
How Darth Vader was going to kill all these people, and they made it.
Anakin's kind of happen.
And then Obi-Wan shows up. They kind of fight a little bit on this planet. It was nothing dramatic. You think about the fights between Bleach when he went to.
I know.
And how big the battles. Well,
even just Luke versus Vader at the end.
I just thought the battle and the battle between Luke or between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, I guess, was just so nonchalant.
Honestly, the end of Phantom Menace, where they're fighting a double blade, that was better. That was more menacing than the freaking I have the high ground.
I just thought it was.
But Dadalus, he had the high ground.
He fell down in.
He had the high ground.
I mean, he fell down in.
He had the high ground.
But anyway, we'll move on.
So dumb. I'm sorry. I don't. All right, what is this?
That's Pretty in Pink. There was a time when this little group of people.
Yeah, I get your Babel.
Or is that that's 16 Candles?
That's 16 Candles. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Okay, there was a time with this girl, Molly Ringwich.
Could do no wrong. She is a sweetheart.
I'm sorry. She's not attractive. She's a buck-tooth redheaded girl. No.
Awful.
Remember I told you girls today, go find these young girls saying these movies. I'm like, these girls are really good looking at this girl's age. And that's your comparison?
I'm comparing them to other people in her age.
No, but as far as the movie game, it was a cult classic. It was early. Actually, that I think would have been early 80s. Right? Oh, gosh, we're doing 80s.
80s.
I got 70s in my head. Yes, it was very much an 80s movie. It actually was pretty good. They had this guy who come to stay with them. They got this, what is that called, a foreign student. His name was Wong. And they played into the whole stereotype that he's Asian, I guess. He's like, oh, Wong, okay. It was freaking hilarious. Oh, Wong, you're drunk. That's 16 Candles.
Where would you put it?
I got to give it a B. Just because I'm not going to put that kind of movie in an A. But it's just a cult classic for my generation. And this girl made a lot. She made 16 Candles. She made Pretty in Pink and all these type of movies. And this guy right here is just a goofball.
Yeah, I remember him.
So we'll give it a B.
All right, what is this? Do you know what this box art is? I can try to zoom in. But
The Breakfast. The Breakfast Club is below it.
Huh?
Is that
something
Nightmare on Elm Street? Freddy Krueger.
It is. Was that released in the 80s?
Yeah, it started.
Have you seen it? Do you know it?
I didn't really watch horror movies. I know what it is. I think I probably saw it. But I'm going to give all those kind of movies a D because I don't like them.
It's kind of like not great.
Unless you had Friday the 13th, the original.
Big,
man. Big.
I've never seen it, but I've heard it's good.
That's one of Tom Hanks', not his first movies, but he was young. The concept is he's a young kid, but he's short and has this girl he likes, but she looks at him like a little boy. So he's wanting to be taught. Because it was embarrassing. He was at the fair, and they're all standing in line to go on a ride, and there's a girl he likes. They're probably like 12, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, something like that. Well, they get to the part he's going to go on a ride. He goes, "Oh, you're too short," which embarrassed him in front of the little girl. So he's like, he's at this fair, and he goes to this machine, and it has like Bizarre or whatever, Tell the Future.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I was big. And the next day he grows up, he's in a big body. And it's actually hilarious. I'd give it a...
Where are you putting it?
It's a classic, man. You got to go A.
Was it good? Was it really good?
Yeah, it was good. It really was good. Big is an absolute classic.
All right.
Rainbow?
Here he is.
Is that First Blood?
That's First Blood,
man,
baby.
Rambo, First Blood's got to be an A.
Is that an S? It's Rambo First Blood. Look, even I know Rambo First Blood. Dude, that is a fantastic
It's
movie.
really good. So, yeah, I love Rambo. That's the way
he freaking sets up. It's okay. You know what it is? It's the you know what it is? At least for me, it's the payoff of Home Alone, but for adults. You know what I mean? Like he sets all the trap, and they're all like just getting wrecked on it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's good. Rambo's good. Yeah, you definitely have to go ask for Rambo.
Babel Sensei, the Losing One's high ground, defensive, but work. Yes, I'm not reading all that. You know I love you. I know. I agree. No moviegoer's gonna care. There's a theme. You did it for campaign. You know how it is. You do cool over what's it called? The coolness factor. You know. He's saying like, well, the reason Anakin lost is because there's a defensive stance, and when you block, there's all or nothing. It's like no one cares. Moviegoers don't care. They want to see the spectacle. They're here for
I'm just being not just but it just seemed like we've been building up for 25 years and find out how did he finally turn bad.
That's fair.
What was the fight that actually we'd heard? Oh, wait, this is what he did. He killed all the, and it was just, even when he's going on his rampage, killing everybody,
the younglings.
They really did show it. They just kind of showed some scenes where they're kind of killing them.
And it happened so fast.
It was just like, that was it. I'm like, this was a theme of all of them. The Jedis were killed, hunted down, and they showed it like in a 1 minute kind of, like they show all the different little scenes. And then all of a sudden there he is fighting Obi-Wan. It's like, really? I thought it was going to be dark. And they showed how they kind of set up
for example, once again, look at the future. And this is not a Star Wars
whole movie
podcast.
should have been about
this. Is not, yes.
The whole movie should have been
And this is not a Star Wars podcast, but think about Luke and Vader. Think about that. That had been going on since the first movie when Obi-Wan got killed. Yeah. And then the second movie, really, when they met. They had this moral stance, and Luke lost because he hesitated. And in the final scene, he comes back, and he realizes, I can't beat you with power, and I'm not going to. That's not the point, because I'd be just as bad. I'm going to morally turn you. Like it was a moral battle. It was a battle of wills. It wasn't and like I tell every single story, if any story writers are out there, I'm telling you, you can have the coolest fight scene, the most best effects, the greatest animation. It will be forgotten in the next year if there's no story and weight behind it.
Oh, yeah.
I always hold the best battle in any fiction I've ever seen is the bad time from Undertale. You know who I am, you know what it is. Because there's so much narrative weight there. You have to have reasons. And it has to be it never should be a battle of power only. It's a battle of like moral and narrative function. like narrative.
They never built the
payoff.
character of why he got. I know that his mother died, but they never built his character about what things kept going on.
They tried.
And then
They were trying.
Most of the movie should have been how they made a big deal for all those years of he tracked down and killed all the Jedi, and it was just shown in like a 1 or 2 minute.
I remember
span.
this is coming
the
from
whole
someone who grew up
movie
with Star
should have
Wars.
been
I want to make that clear. He grew up with Star Wars.
You think of murder mysteries and how they set
He was
people
there when
up.
it came out.
It just wasn't there. It was just like a quick little oh, and then he fell in the lava, got burned up a little bit. I mean, that's how he got in this suit.
So
I thought it was like gonna be like this. He had been hunting these. We were gonna see how he hunted different guys down and murdered them, and
a slow descent.
Yeah,
a slow,
this
like
was
slow corruption, not a. It's a slow fade. It's not quick. And look, it's not that they didn't try. All the story beats were there. That's not the problem. It's like Babel Sensei, you say about the reason. Oh, well, there was defensive stuff. You're right. That's all there. That doesn't make it work. I always hold this, and it's so true. In a story, execution is half of it. Yeah. It's never the content. It's the execution.
I just would like some more deep meaning. What the whole premise of this movie was for 30 years. All of a sudden we get it, and he killed a couple people, and I guess he slaughtered them all. He saw a couple, and
the younglings.
So
okay. So Babel Sensei. Have you ever seen Airplane? I have. It's been a long time.
Oh, Airplane.
Such a goofy movie. Talk about a movie that would fly in today's culture. I speak fly.
No way. It would not.
There is a topless scene. There is just a topless scene of a woman walking by.
It's anti-woke.
I can't. I was like,
Yeah. So Airplane
is so good, though. It's so funny.
I'm going with the B.
We all ate the fish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Only the B. I say A, personally. I actually would challenge that. I think it's hilarious. I speak jive.
Oh, I know. You couldn't do that today.
Oh, my God. Dude, it's up to you.
Okay.
I say A. What do you think?
We got other comedies. Yeah, let's go A.
Do you think so? Remember, we're judging them on their genre, not like,
Yeah.
So on a comedy,
it's a slapstick comedy.
It's so good.
Kids today might watch that because it's full of one-liners.
True.
But it is still situational.
But it's situational because the one-liners are stupid in the situation.
They're built up in the situation.
Yeah, they're connected. Can I be a tiebreaker? It's like an A-. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, put an A-.
All right, here it is.
Beetlejuice.
Say Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah!
Beetlejuice is a great movie, but I never thought it was great.
It's not fantastic, but it's really fun.
It's a C for me.
I say B. I love the funness of it. I know Babel Sensei. I know you love S. I know.
It's just it's a C for me. Sorry. It was funny, but if it came on TV, it's not like I'm gonna spend time to watch it.
Oh, come now, it's an A, it's an S. It's just so much fun.
It's very imaginative and fun, but plot-wise, it's not like huge or anything.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie to watch. If it came on TV, I may or may not sit and watch it.
It's very fun though.
Spinal Tap.
I have heard of this. I've never seen it.
Spinal Tap is a cult classic, but it wasn't that good. I don't know why.
What is it? I don't understand.
They're supposed to be like a heavy metal band.
Yeah.
They filmed it in kind of like it's a documentary, like I'm holding a handheld.
Oh, yeah.
So it's taken from that type of a style, but it was just okay. I'm going C. I mean, if it came on, I'm not going to say it was terrible for D, but I know people think it's just fantastic. I'm like, it was
all right, here we go. The
classic. Is that the original?
Here we go.
Oh, that's...
Don't say anything more about the others. Just the original.
Yeah, the original is an S. I'm sorry. It was great. Absolutely, from start to finish. I've seen it a million times now, so
you hear this?
It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Good.
So well done. Funny as hell.
About Spinal Tap, Babel Sensei. It could be C because the plot is non-existent, but Keaton and Ryder make it a top tier. So
what level would you put it? I mean, for me, it's
where would you put it, Babel Sensei? I've never seen it. I have nothing there.
Your flavor may kick it up a little higher because it's very European dry humor.
Oh,
but I like European dry humor. Really I do. Like the
I don't like it because it's embarrassment humor. I never like secondhand embarrassment humor.
Oh, I do.
I shy away from that. That's for Beetlejuice. Oh, see, because the plot is not existent, but Keaton and Ryder make it tough. I mean, yes, obviously.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Once again, execution. Hold on. Now here's the opposite side. Execution is half of it. You're right, and their execution was flawless. But as much as I play it down sometimes, content is the other half.
Yeah.
And the content was fun, but there's not that much there. You have to have both.
Yeah.
So
Is
yes,
the
but
next-
execution was.
is the
Well,
next-
hold on. Before
oh.
we do, anything else to say about Back to the Future? I want to give
Oh
this
man,
to.
it was fantastic. It was a great movie.
It is a fantastic
We packed the movie theaters to
film.
watch that. I thought it was funny. I thought it was just had fun to watch.
McFly!
It was great.
Were you listening, McFly?
Mhm. It was great. Is the next one the
1.21
Goonies?
gigawatt. Great Scott.
Yeah.
Great
Is the next
Scott.
one
We gotta go back, Marty.
Yeah.
Marty.
Is
All
that,
right, so-
the Goonies?
Is it? I
Yeah,
can't.
that looks like Goonies. Yeah, that's a ship.
Hold on. Let me look up Goonies art. Goonies. I can't. I don't know. I can't read it.
That's not it, but there was another one. When you started typing in Goonies, I saw it.
Just Goonies. Let's do box art. I don't.
Right there.
Oh, that's it. No, yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a weird box art to use.
Yeah,
That's not
remember when
proper.
they make these movies, box art, they'll have 4 or 5 that go in different countries.
Oh.
There's never just one. They have multiple. You look up Star Wars, there's one that we all know, but there's like 4 or 5 others.
Babbles and say, hold on. This is for Back to the Future. The scene with his mom and is your name Calvin?
I
It's
know.
written on your underwear.
Sitting on your
That
and
scene
she
is
reaches
so
over to grab
funny.
it. I mean, can you imagine being in that situation?
No, I'm good. No, I'm okay.
And the fact that nobody thinks of their mom. Can you imagine going back and meeting your mom? Okay, the Goonies.
The Goonies.
The Goonies
Come
is a
on.
classic.
The Goonies is so good.
But
Are you
for me,
guys?
it's a B.
Do the truffle
Even as a
shuffle.
kid,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, I love the Goonies.
It's just a B. I mean, it was
But it's
great.
an adventure.
It's an adventure.
But come on, it has execution and content on that one.
Yeah, but
What makes it lower? You have to do this one. I have to. Even Babel
I
to
can't
say it's
tell
A,
you.
solid A, would be S to include the scenes they deleted. Oh, yeah, what scenes?
is he putting it as an S?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, A, if it, no, you can do whatever you want, but you have to prove it. We want to know. It is kind of overrated. It's a little overrated, but it's still very good.
It just never caught me that deeply. I don't know why. I thought it was okay. I just never the Goonies.
But it's like an
I thought it was
adventure.
okay.
How old were you when it came out? Hold on. Maybe you were too old because your
Maybe.
adventure had been dead.
Yeah,
How old were you?
because I had already done Raiders of the Lost Ark was an adventure thing for me. These
Yeah.
were just kids.
How old
running
were
around.
you when it came out?
I'm not sure when it came out.
Hold on, we'll look it up. It's gonna be a defending factor.
But I mean, even
Goonies
that,
release date. 1985.
Yeah.
How old were
Because
you?
for me, an adventure, Back to the Future was an adventure. A different type of adventure. Or, I don't know if it's in here.
Well, come on, it's every kid's
Romancing
dream.
the Stone
But
was
think
an
about
adventure.
it. An adventure in your own backyard.
Yeah, but
It's every
nah,
kid's dream.
it's just a B for me.
All right, if that's where he puts it, it's still fantastic though.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day
Ferris
Off.
Bueller's
I've never
Day
seen
Off.
it. I only know
I'm
some.
gonna take a hit for this, but I've never understood
I don't think it's
the
so
thrill
great.
for this. I've watched it. I don't know how many times. I just maybe it's Matthew Broderick is so boring to me, and so it was okay.
Bueller,
People think it's
Bueller,
great, and his
Bueller.
friend. I wanted to punch his friend in the face so
I
many.
think
He
that's
cried
supposed to
like a whining
It
baby.
was supposed to be, right? That's funny.
If it came on, I probably wouldn't watch it. So I'm gonna go with C.
Every time I come across a 9 thing, like the number 9 or I always do say number 9.
It's,
I thought that was from Ferris Bueller, where he's
I
like
don't
super.
know. I
number 9.
I kind of got bored with the movie.
But how about this? This is a great line. I think he's a pretty cool dude.
I must have missed
His
it.
friend is awful, yeah.
The whole movie just kind of bored me.
About Goonies, the ending is meh. The whole time there's the adventure and meh. The scenes they delete include more ship scenes and fight scenes on the ship. That might help.
Maybe I don't. I can't put my finger on it. It just didn't.
Babel Sensei for Ferris Bueller's. His girlfriend's pretty though.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so where are we putting Bueller?
Remember the sister? She played in Dirty Dancing.
Kill. Die.
Okay, so we're going C.
All right,
It's
so
okay.
it is.
It's just not special.
The Gremlins.
I was not a big fan of the Gremlins.
It was
I just
okay.
never thought
It was
funny. It's
fine.
supposed to be really, really funny. They just kind of sat there for me. So actually, I'm gonna give it a D.
Nothing memorable. Raging Bull.
I never.
Never saw it? Okay. And that's hold on, don't do the next one yet. I know. Don't do it yet. Hold on. the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Actually, the greatest Christmas movie right here. No.
I love the original. I love the original.
What was the line he said? No, not that. But like he was like, "Who is this? You know, who is this?" Remember the big bad guy is like, "Who is this?" And he's like, he said some kind of one line that's so good about like a quit back or something.
The whole movie was just great to me. So I love
Die Hard is so good.
The original. So I'm going S. Yeah.
It's Die Hard, man. If
you haven't seen Die Hard, you got to go.
You got to see that. Just the first one, but just see it. It's so good. And see it during Christmas when it's meant to be seen. Yeah, I love Christmas. It's not a Christmas. It is a Christmas.
Fast Times at Ridgemont.
You talked about it before. It's the 80s version of Dazed and Confused.
As great as it was, the simplicity of it, I just got so tired of hearing listening to these two girls trying to see who was going to have sex first. It got boring to me. And then the girl got pregnant and they have to throw in an abortion in the movie, so it really ruined it for me. I think you could, how long did I got to sit these two girls? And the one girl is trying to tell her friend just nonsense. It was so juvenile, but there were parts that were hilarious that fixed those ridiculously boring. I mean, how many times I see these two girls and the whole movie's just about getting laid, okay? There's more to life than that.
So is Dazed and Confused, though.
No, that was more of a lifestyle. We didn't even talk about it that much in that movie.
It's still awfully depraved. They're both depraved. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, to me, I see a huge difference.
I don't.
So I'm gonna go. Oh, it's so good. There were some of their funny scenes. It's just too funny. I'm gonna go an A. It's just
really that high
because some of the funny scenes when they got away from that stuff, it was hilarious.
Should we do B because of the other hits?
Let's do B. Yeah.
Because if Goonies is B, that thing does not deserve it. All right, hold on before we move on. The original Die Hard is maybe S tier. The rest of Die Hards are there. Yeah. The ultimate Christmas guy movie. All right, so all right, here's this next one.
The Breakfast Club.
I love The Breakfast Club. I saw it later. It's so sincere.
Yeah.
For when it comes to it, I'm like, wow, like breaking down social barriers. I'm like, this is really real. Like it's not like we're just gonna come together. You know what? Maybe we did. No, it was real. Like they ragged on each other, but they did come together, and I really appreciated that.
It's an excellent movie. So I wasn't going to do an S. I was going to go an A.
It's your call, whatever you want.
I'm going to go an A.
All right. I do love The Breakfast Club. I think it's very well done. It's very, very well done. And it's one of the best social breaking barriers kind of movies I've seen. Because, like, they're real. Like, they don't like each other. They come from where they come from. But then they start to understand each other. And, it's genuine. I'm like, that's really good. All right, Platoon.
To be honest, you're going to laugh. I love war movies. I never watched Platoon.
All right, so put it at the bottom.
Because it came from a point of view of, like, a 60s radical view of Platoon. You want to watch a good war movie, okay? Not some...
Saving Private Ryan.
Well, obviously, but you go back and watch The Green Beret with John Wayne, The Longest Day, The Big Red One. This was taken from more of a 60s radical view, like...
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. They're all kind of
which is on here, by the way.
I never watched it. Everybody loves it. It's not coming... It's coming more from a 60s kind of...
Army is bad.
They didn't portray it as that, but that's still that type. Instead of giving them like a good, interesting war movie, it's more got a little kind of a political, 60s wham, wham, wham vibe to it.
All right, so
like
next.
Apocalypse Now.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Christmas Story. Come on, man. That's an S. That is. I can't watch it.
I can't do it anymore because I've seen it too many times. I can't do it anymore. It's a major. My dad. Okay, so Dadalus bought that lamp.
I want to get the full size.
He has got the small version. Yeah, and he put it up in our home.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Babel's insane. We watched The Breakfast Club last weekend. My wife almost falls asleep in the movie. Why? It's so good. It is kind of slow. It's slow, but the point is
it's a different style. It's a different style.
But it's the little details of social structure. Yes, the little subtle details, how they interact with each other, that makes it a classic. The brain, the athlete, the basket case, the criminal. Double S, yeah. Because it's subtle storytelling.
Now, if you don't like that type of drama type...
which I'm not normally into, but if it's sincere, I'm like, well, hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right,
Christmas Story is an ass, man. I mean, come on.
I can't do it anymore. I I can't watch it
No,
anymore. I can't do it anymore.
No, I can't
but
watch
for
it
anyone
anymore,
who's never seen it, absolutely.
It's a majority.
Try out, kid.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's
the cinematography.
It's a stupid commercial.
Oh, yes. It's a crummy commercial. Have you seen
Come on, you guys.
Yeah, I want the full-size lamp. I'd leave it out forever.
Come on, man.
Now, you're going to laugh at
Christmas Stories double S, yeah.
I've never seen...
He's never seen Roger Rabbit. We have to see it at some point. I love Roger Rabbit.
I'm familiar with it,
and
obviously.
Dude, what they do is so good. They're
the 80s?
No, for now. Do you remember Looney Tunes Gone Wild? Remember whenever Daffy Duck and remember the movie that had Bugs and Daffy in it, and like they had to save the world from the monkey ray and stuff like that. Remember we watched a long time ago. That one was another real human and animated thing. It was not as well done as this, and I'm talking about animation.
I've heard
there's literally a scene where I think it's John Belushi, right?
He would have died before then.
Almost everything is slaps and giggles. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, hold on.
I don't think John
Blue
Belushi.
framed Roger Rabbit. It'll come up. Bob Hoskins. Sorry. Bob Hoskins. I don't know. Okay, I thought maybe you know. So it is. So there is a scene where he's in like a small closet, like a broom closet, and he's like getting mad at Roger, and so he picks him up, by his throat, and while he's doing it, the lamp is like, kind of like knocked around a little bit. They did the animation so well that they literally animated the light on Roger as it would move with the moving lamp. Wow. Like, it is so well done. There were so many beautiful.
Check it out.
All right, how about this? Can I do this one? Can I have this one?
Yeah.
I say A. I would not say S. It's not the best story in the world, but it is beautiful and it is the best human imagination living together portrayal I think I've ever seen. And there's been a lot of those. I love that. I love that concept. You'll see from the new idea. But it was so well done. So it's what what's that movie? It's what Cool World wanted to be. Do you remember Cool World? Oh, okay, you don't have to. But yeah, it's funny and it's really good. It's animated beautifully. And did you know, trivia, this is one of the only movies that Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny are in the same scene as, same movie. Both Walt Disney, I don't know if it was Walt Disney at that point. He would have been dead, right?
Oh, him himself?
Yeah, he's dead. So Disney and Warner Brothers literally sat down and they were so specific. They were so, like we're doing, like daggers across that Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny have literally to the millisecond the exact same screen time.
Wow.
They, to the millisecond, would not allow one to be there more than the other. So it's crazy. All right. Next one.
Yeah, to Top Gun, you're just going to an S.
I have never seen it. I saw the Maverick. Maverick is so good. So if it's anything like Maverick,
there are two different kinds. You remember how Alien was more of a sci-fi horror where then Aliens was the adventure side, but they tied into each other perfectly? Top Gun was a perfect movie, and then Maverick would have been the Aliens, a more action-packed. So this showed them how they went to fighter school, what they went through. They showed the relationship between the pilot and his Rio, and then how the wingmen, they were as a team, and how they worked together, how there was competition. It was a fantastic movie.
What was his partner's name?
Remember? Goose.
We'll run out for Goose.
Well, that's an S.
Yeah.
It was perfectly done. You gotta understand,
I will not fight that.
Back in the 80s, to be able to film what they filmed, first of all, in Maverick, Tom Cruise had learned from this one. In the first one, he said, we went up, we had all the actors go up, and we literally had to throw it all away. We had no idea the physical strain that was going to take to do what we did. We were all sick, we were throwing up, we were passing out. We had to throw it all. So everything was shot in a simulator when it showed both of them. And he said when he did Maverick, when he picked out the actors, he found out their background. Can you handle flying it? Because you're going to be in there. They spent 3 months physically
It
training.
shows.
They sorted at little Cessna airplanes. They move slow. They're all backseat, but they're in there when they're turning and burning and all that to get their body. They taught them how to breathe. So he said, I learned because he said they throw so much away. So to be able to film what they filmed in the 80s with just some cameras and a couple airplanes tracing and to keep them in view, I mean, you're having a hard time keeping these freaking airplanes in view for the technology they had. Now, Maverick, they have new technology, and they get the smaller cameras and more tracking ability. And
Oh, of course.
so cinematography-wise, but it was funny. It's like we all were going to be in it, but we all threw up. We got so violently sick. But we had to come back, and like we couldn't continue. It was like, we can't do this.
Yep.
And so he made sure they worked out for the next one, and I'm sure they held back on some.
Well, yeah, but they still did it.
They still did it.
That's
So
correct.
that would be the
If you haven't seen Maverick, definitely see Maverick.
to Aliens. That would be the more. This would be more the finding out, but it was
So
excellent.
good.
It's
My favorite line in Maverick, and we'll spoil exactly, but you know what I'm talking about. Why would you do that? You told me to do that.
Yeah. You told me. And
Just his reaction, because he's like, crap.
And Maverick was a
Oh,
perfect
my God.
follow-up. It moved the storyline
Yes, it was so
forward.
good.
You can't have one without the other. I mean, you could just watch it, not know.
I did.
If you go together,
But
you
even
would see.
as someone who's never seen Top Gun, I need to, I know. But as someone who's never seen Top Gun, even someone who wasn't got the feel. So I can only imagine if you had the real. I do regret not watching Top Gun 1 before. I would strongly recommend it. All right, here we go. Oh, my God.
Scarface.
It is such a good movie.
It's a good
I
movie,
would never
but
recommend it. It is a beautiful depiction of human depravity and where we go when we get what we want.
Yeah, it's a C to me. It just didn't do it.
What?
Because I've seen a lot of
my
drug
God.
movies.
But it's
I've
so
seen a
good
ton
with
of
its
them.
portrayal.
It was
Starting
just
from the
okay.
bottom, thinking he has everything, realizing this is vanity.
I've seen a lot of movies like that.
Ecclesiastes
I've seen a lot
and
of
the
movies like that.
vanity of mankind.
I've seen other than
But
Say
okay,
Hello to My
how
Little
about this?
Friend.
How about this? The acting. Come on.
Well, that's because it's Al Pacino.
But come on, that counts. That's part of it. The execution.
I was never a big deal with it. Other than Here's Say Hello to My Little Friend, I see so many gangster movies and stuff.
But come on, the way he breaks down at that one dinner where he just, I buy all of you. And like, it's like you
But I've
realize the
seen that
breaking of a
in
man.
other movies.
But look at how he's portraying. Once again, actor execution. I think it has some real chops for it.
It's a scene.
All right.
I had to go on just pure entertainment as well, not how great they had, but just.
But we are cinematically too.
But it all goes together, and to
It
me,
does.
the storyline for it, because I've seen it a million times.
All right.
The Terminator.
Wait, hold on. It's behind this.
Oh, are these mean something in love?
I mean, B is higher than C.
Yes, because I've seen a bunch
All
of
right.
I'm not a big gangster
I've
guy.
seen 15 million of these crappers.
That
American
was
Pie.
like the good one. I don't like American Pie.
I'm just saying I've seen a 50 million of those.
American Pie is too easy. It's
Anyway,
too easy.
here we go.
I'll be back.
That's S.
The
Come
good
on.
thing came out.
Come on.
It was a one
Come
of a
on, it's
kind.
got to be S. The cinematography, the
Yes.
effects.
Yeah, there was definitely an
It's
S. I mean, it was
A full, well-told story.
Yeah.
And one of the only times, 1 and 2, not anything else.
You don't like
1 and
it.
2. No.
Time travel.
I accept the time travel because it loops on itself.
Yeah, it does keep.
But then it doesn't in 2, but it still works, and they made it well. I'll
It's a
take it.
classic. It's good in
It's
every way.
so
The story's
good.
good. I mean, Arnold's an idiot when he says 2 lines, but that's perfect.
But he's
for him.
so good.
But yeah, it's a good movie.
All right. Karate Kid. It's so good.
The Karate Kid's great.
It has such good lessons, too.
It's got everything, but I'm going B. I'm going B.
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's so well acted.
It is,
And
it's
the
okay.
meaning behind like the discipline and what that
I got
means.
you.
Kids nowadays, I'm sorry.
But
I
I
love you
still
all.
gotta be
I worked with you
entertained.
all for 4 years. Kids nowadays needs to watch Karate Kid. That's actual discipline.
But it's still got to be entertained. Something about the movie's kind of bored me. But I mean, it's still good.
All
So
right,
I'm
we'll put
going
in B.
Is
It's
that the
about this
second
crap.
one?
Aliens.
Aliens is an S.
I've still
It's
never seen it.
What?
Nope. We said we would.
It is a purple. I loved Alien.
If we had a Patreon, we're
Young
watching
kids
that,
today watching like, oh, it's kind of boring. It's finding out. It's mystery of where it's going
Get
to
your
be.
hands off her, you bitch! Don't say it. It's my good Christian stream.
Itch. But this was a perfect lead over to move the story along, number one, it went perfect with the first one. Funny, fast-paced. Not to me is one's better than the other because
They're
they
different.
complement
They're
each other.
different
It's like Top Gun
genres.
and Maverick.
They're different
genres, but perfect. You don't want the next one to be the same as the first one in genre. And Top Gun didn't do it.
They
Maverick.
can, yeah, if you do it well.
But then you feel like, okay, same thing.
Wait, no, because Indiana Jones 3 was the same as the first one for what they were doing.
But you had that piece of crap one in the middle.
We're not counting that. I'm talking about 1 and 3. They're the same genre, and they're both good.
They were so far
okay,
apart.
fine, but you can.
Well,
you can. But yes, I know what you mean though. Perfect evolution
is. I'm just gonna go.
Really? Below? Okay, it's your call. I've never seen it. I actually can't. It's not me.
Yeah, I'll go S. It really was great. I love it. I love it to death. Everything about it. The funny, the serious. It was good.
And that's how you end, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you write a strong female character.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver is the. You didn't notice she did karate chop.
She's not pretty though.
Just so you know.
I'm sorry, she's not pretty though.
I am bored to tears with the Marvel girls.
Captain Marvel.
They act like they're guys. Excuse me. They take on a strong woman. Does not mean they take on the characteristics of a man. All this karate chopping women. You can grab them and just pound them into a wall and they're done. Stop it. Don't make a strong woman have to have the characteristics of a strong man. Watch Sigourney Weaver. The strength of a woman is her personality, her ability to multitask, to keep in line.
Her nurturing nature.
Yeah, and you watch Sigourney Weaver in the first and second one and even the third one. That's the strength of her. She never karate chopped or tried to be a man. Now look, she'll punch you, but she wasn't all that, man, I'm going to come kick. All that crap they do in Marvel with those idiot women that act like, I hate
Not just Marvel, other movies too.
All of them. That's not the power and the strength of a woman. You watch Sigourney Weaver, that's the power and strength of a woman.
Well, hold on. Hi, Miss. Yes, we're about to get there. But yeah, I agree. I think that there's nothing wrong with a woman character who kick ass. I actually like that. But there's a way you
because they're a woman.
It. Because it's like there is a protective nature that can come out. And as the Bible says, woe be from you if you remove the cub from her mother.
That's right. But a woman is not going to act and talk like a guy in karate chop.
It's a different kind of power
It's totally different. And Sigourney Weaver nailed it.
Oh,
yeah, and these twits today and all their stupid cartoon movies and karate chopping chicks.
Missed. I believe they make women in Marvel too good at everything for no reason. I mean, it's Mary Sue, right?
How about when they remade all the Charlie's Angels, those dimwits they were karate. I'm like, dude, I'd grab her and plant her head into the cement. That's not the
There's nothing wrong with kicking butt, but you have to do it in a way that's like Weaver. When she got in the suit, it's like she doesn't have the skill. Her heart is about to beat you out.
She had the guts to go down there.
She's in there because it's like the kid's in trouble. Here I freaking go. They have the nurturing, protective heart.
She took over because she was the commander. Doesn't mean she's out karate chopping me, but she had the strength and the power. And they're like, you're kind of our leader. But she just took control.
But once again, that just goes back to good leadership. It's not just about power, it's meekness. But that's the world. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I think there's a different strength that she showed. Even though I haven't seen the movie, but I do know. All right, here we go. Can we just be done with it?
Oh,
come on. It is so good.
It's an A. It's not like the greatest. It's an A.
But it's so good.
It's good, but I can't give it.
But it's so funny, and it's so witty, and it's so imaginative, and it's got our boy.
And it's an A.
I'm just so surprised it's not S. I would put it in S personally.
To get up to S, you got to be something extra special, and it was great.
I thought about the worst thing I could.
No, I had the big hope. He did a good job, I think, about
They're
that.
all so, but it's so good.
It's good, but I'm not going to give it an S. Nothing wrong with an A.
I'm so surprised. I thought it was an S for sure. Oh, I'm going to move it so they can see you a little bit more. I'm fine. Wow. Well, tell me why it's not S. I'm so surprised.
Because it's like...
What does it not have that these do?
It's one of those things I can't tell you, but I know it when I see it.
Is it lacking something?
I just can't put my finger on it, but I just don't feel like I'd put it in the S category.
Okay.
I can't tell you why. It's like some people say, I can't tell you what something is, but I'll tell you when I see it. So I can't explain it.
I really do think it's good, though. And,
man,
Mist
it's
is
great.
It's fantastic.
It's great.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that's
This is.
That's
I don't know what it is. You
oh,
have to
it's
help me. I can't. That's you.
that's
I got nothing.
that is the guy who played what's the movie? Oh, come on, I know the name of it. Blade Runner.
Is that Blade Runner?
That's
Oh,
Blade
I've never
Runner.
seen Blade Runner.
Oh, it's actually really good.
I've heard it's good. Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
Blade Runner is really good. It's science fiction. I love futuristic science fiction.
Is it vampires?
No,
Oh,
it's they were making kind of what you think the AI robots
Yeah.
to be kind of like real,
why did they Blade Runner
and they
with
decide they were
vampires?
bad, and so their job is to seek and
Seek and destroy.
Because
Are they robots too?
No,
No, humans went.
no, humans are humans are going to kill the robots.
Ah,
He's deleting them. And there's one left who's so kind of human, he kind of falls in love with her and can't kill her. And they go after him.
oh, so the woman is the cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's kind of hot.
It's, I'll give it a B. It's really good.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, give it a shot. It's better than The Fifth Element. Everybody talks about The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element's goofy.
And
Fifth Element's goofy. Come on. It's fun,
I
but
think
it's goofy.
it's better than The Fifth Element.
All right. What is this? Do you recognize it? I can't. It's a bunch of girls. I can try, but
Wait
the
a
stupid
minute.
ad's going to come up. I don't. I can't. I don't know what this is.
It's cut off.
I can't. Do you not recognize it? I thought you recognized it off the bat. I can't really help you more than
I can't
this.
see what it says.
This is the most I
If
can do.
anybody knows what that is, I can't tell.
Do you recognize any of the women? There's like a cutoff,
The
so
image
there's like
is
an
too
issue.
small. Yeah, so they're not happy with somebody, are they?
I don't know. I can't help you with
It's
that.
probably
We'll
some
move it to the bottom for now.
Oh,
and if we see
Poltergeist. And look, it's a scary movie, man. Poltergeist was really good. Did you see
it-
Poltergeist?
Ah, it's cheesy.
You thought it was cheesy?
Maybe it is only because it's nowadays. I will give you the clown scene was scary. I will give you that. Clown scene was scary.
I'm gonna give Poltergeist a C.
It is a classic. It is a
I'm
classic.
gonna give it a C.
Was it? Why do you
I
rate
mean,
it
it
so
wasn't
low?
really anything great, but I mean, it was okay.
It was trend setting.
Yeah, it was okay. Like I say,
Here.
yeah, it was good, but wasn't anything great. But it was a good movie. Really, if you haven't seen it, it was a little scary, but pretty funny.
Okay.
I'll give it that.
Stand by me. I don't know it.
I know what it is, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Okay. We'll move to the end. Here we go. Be right.
It's such a classic, but I just liked it. I didn't love it. Did I say that? I love.
You can say whatever you want.
I thought parts of it were good. I just like the scenes of them in the woods. But the Northwest, I'm not used to. And now that I've been to Portland, I've kind of got that environment in my head. I'm gonna give it a B for me. It just didn't do a lot for me. I thought it was all right. I don't hate it.
Was it because you were older?
It was just more of like a touchy.
Was it a Goonies thing because you were older and you weren't like a
No,
child?
well, I was a little older, but you remember I told you the puppets in Star Wars got a little cheesy.
Yeah.
The little ET puppet. And
Okay.
it had some okay scenes, and then so I'll just give it a B for me.
All right.
I'm not saying people want it higher. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
Now the Thing was
The
good.
Thing. Oh God.
Now remember, the Thing is a remake. It's been remade. Well, then they made the next one after like 2000, which kind of moved it along. But the original.
Is this the original? No, that's the remake.
The remake. The original was in 57, something like that.
Well, this is the remake.
They renamed it a little bit, but they say it's the same show. It was called The Thing from Outer Space.
Right.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, The Thing from
Yeah, I
Outer
think
Space.
so.
Or It Came from Outer Space.
Something like that.
Got the little thing typed in. It Came from Outer. I think it's It Came from Outer Space.
Came from outer space.
Yeah, let's see if that's okay.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that it?
no. Okay. It came from
The Thing from outer space. Body snatchers. The Thing from another world.
The Thing from Another World.
There you go.
Well,
The
here's the
Thing
thing.
from another world.
I think that's what it is. The funny thing, no pun intended,
I've seen the remake. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. But the original, I saw that our movies used to come on at 11:30 at night on Saturday. You remember TV they turned off at 1:32 in the morning.
That's right, everyone. TV turned off. Think about if you were on your phone and you were playing on YouTube and then it turned off.
Yeah, it would sign off. They would play the national anthem and then they would go off the air.
Imagine.
I want to say
that was in Poltergeist. They played the national anthem and turned off, and then went shh.
Yes.
And the girl sits in
That's
front
how
of
it
it
was.
with this.
If you fell asleep with a movie on, you woke up, what you see the girl sitting in front of is exactly what you would see, guys. You get static and then it came back on the air whatever time.
6?
Yeah, probably something like that. But the movie would come on at 11:30 at night, and this was I think I was like 9, and my brothers said, "Oh, we're all gonna stay up watch this." It scared the living bejeebies out of me, man. Now if I watch it now, I was like, really? But for me as a kid, he came crashing to the store, and here is a trivia. The Thing, the original, was supposed to be like a living plant. And he was this guy walking, a dog spit his arm off, and it moves on the table. It freaked me out as a kid. But The Thing was played by an actor, and the actor was James Arnaz Jr., who ended up playing Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke for 25 years.
Wow.
So James Arnaz Jr.
Like the original Thing.
Was the original monster in The Thing. That was his first job. And then John Wayne recognized him and introduced him, because they wanted John Wayne to be Matt Dillon. And John Wayne's a movie star. He's like, oh, I'm not going to do TV shows. He says, you got to meet this guy, James Arnaz Jr. He's really incredible. And he got the job, in history's history. If you haven't known James, go watch Gunsmoke. But he was the Thing.
So how about
this one's good.
It is good.
It is good.
It is scary. Even now it's scary.
Good. I'm giving it an A. I thought it was scary, groundbreaking. I loved it. I thought they had a good story, and they didn't try and go too crazy with it. It kept you right there on the edge of your seat. I thought it was really good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
here it is.
Just move it to the S. Just move it right to the S. If you don't know why, then go watch it.
You ding my boat.
Hey,
you scratched my anchor.
Too many.
Oh my God.
There's too many. I mean, where do you start?
Ginger Cat Line, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Nothing.
What's up? Hi. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the streams.
On?
Yeah. So, yeah, it is a fan.
If you haven't seen Animal House, you can go. Caddyshack. Caddyshack is the Animal House of sports.
It's so good.
I think it's better than Animal House. It's just so good.
Enter the hole. Enter the hole.
It's just too funny.
Been lurking. Hey, gents. Hi, Diviso. Welcome back, buddy. Hi, Ginger. You too.
How about this?
Tim Dadalus says it smells, boy. Picks his nose.
Please, no.
I looked at the bushes.
Stop.
He's digging up in there. Anderson back there passed out the money. He goes,
Tim Dadalus says it smells, boy. He eats it.
Oh, please.
They all look out there and come on, you can do it.
So
many things. So many incredible scenes. There's just too many.
Oh my God!
If you haven't seen Animal House,
Caddyshack's so good. It's got so many good actors in it too.
Oh my gosh, it's loaded.
Oh my God, so much.
Rodney Dangerfield, it's just too much.
Ginger, maybe later. Right now we're kind of doing something, but thank you so much. So yeah, like it's so funny. It's so funny. I just think it's hilarious.
What is that?
And this.
I thought they redeemed
The Last Crusade.
I thought the second one was just.
I'm not really into Temple Doom. No, it's not on the list.
But just even the story. This one here is not as good as the first one, so I'm gonna go with an A. I thought it. We hit a home run. We hit a pretty bad foul ball, and for the next one, I thought it was good. I don't think it's as great as the first one.
Is that the one with the?
No, that's the first one.
That's the first one. Okay.
This one they go looking for the.
Is this the one where the guy gets sucked up in a plane?
No, that's the first one.
What's in the third one?
The third one is his dad. He goes they kidnap his dad. They're looking.
I remember
for
the chalice, which is very good. What they did by that, by the way.
Right.
No spoilers.
That's what they're all looking for.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's the.
But I don't remember the rest of the movie. What action scenes and kind of fun stuff that was memorable?
It's just the Nazis again. There's the Nazis again. They kidnap his dad to go find the chalice, and just a lot of things happen. But it's really good.
So where would you put it?
I'm gonna give it an A. I can't give it as much as the first one.
Very good though. The Princess Bride.
And,
I
people at
love
work talk about. I
it.
don't even know if I've seen it.
You haven't seen The Princess Bride?
No.
What the crap are you
What
doing
is
out there?
wrong with you?
Well,
It's
guy-
so
people
good.
at work talk about
It's a
it.
storybook, but
I
like
honestly-
it's so.
How old
I'm
is
an
it?
Patino. Prepare to
What?
die. I can't remember his name, but you killed my
Bandera?
father. You've killed my father. Prepare to die. When was this released? 1987. You might have been a little too old.
No, I mean everybody at work knows it. They mention it. I'm like,
I loved it. I thought it was so. The freaking poison scene is so good. And you thought that I would think that you would think of who?
I'll have to watch it. I guess
So it's very good.
I can't.
We can't move it. I did Roger. I can't do 2. All right, I'll do
it.
this one. I'm gonna put it in A just for the sake of it. All right.
What?
Evil Dead.
I don't know what it is.
There it is. Viso. My name is Antonio Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. It's a very famous line.
The only one I can speak on the rest of these
Evil Dead.
is the next one, The Shining.
I know. So you've never seen Evil Dead? No. Apparently it's very good. Shining.
The Shining.
My grandma saw
Horribly.
The Shining.
Oh my gosh! Until we got to the end, it says, "Here's Johnny." I thought and he chases the kid through the maze.
What do you want?
Okay. He's a writer. He's got this.
I've seen the
hotel,
movie. I've seen the movie.
And you're like, the premise is he goes up to it and he goes crazy because he's
It's
alone.
Stephen King. Yeah, the title's
D,
really, but it's not. I got you, man.
D.
Wow.
Sucked.
It's Stephen
Payoff
King.
was terrible.
Devismo, the Princess Bride sounds like a girl's movie, but it isn't. It isn't. Yeah, it's very good. It's an adventure. It's an adventure. Marriage.
What's it? By the way,
is what? No, I'm good. So this is like what you would say then.
Yes.
But we haven't seen these. He hasn't seen these.
No.
But this, you're really gonna leave it there.
Yep.
You really are gonna do that.
My choice.
You can send your angry letters to Oh my god.
Yep. Send them all, man.
Emails. Not even emails. Vines at this point. So there it is. Is this what you think? Do you like this?
I do.
All right. So we've got some S's of true classics, I would say. I don't know if Alien fits in true classics.
For me, it does.
It is very good. I'm just saying, like, true classics.
For me.
This is a classic. This is a classic. This is a classic. This is a classic. I still say it is. This is definitely a classic. Yeah. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. I still love it. So yeah. But I'm just saying, like, and then we've got Star Wars basically leading the pack, and then some really good stuff, which I cannot believe. So surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much.
Now, see,
everything
they
else.
don't have a New Hope because that was in the 70s.
That was in the
So
70s.
New Hope would be an A.
Oh yeah.
You gotta
mean
understand.
S, you mean
Let me just say
S.
this. S.
Yeah.
You
New
gotta
Hope was probably
understand.
the best. Yeah.
Up until Star Wars, if you go and watch a lot of the movies in the 70s,
Well,
that
no.
was sci-fi,
What's his name? Stole it from Dune. I was listening to the guys. They apparently.
Just because one guy says it doesn't mean it's true.
No. Like it's been understood now that like all the concepts came from Dune and some other stuff.
Where'd Dune come from?
I mean, he got stuff.
When I hear people on the internet, they all like everybody because the internet's out there. We all have our little page and we think we're celebrities. So these guys go, "Oh, I'm an expert.
You're
This
good.
and this
Keep going.
all came from They don't know that. I'm still not going with that.
You're good. Keep going.
But
Let's save it.
you have to understand that if you look at Star Wars movies prior to Star Wars, all your sci-fi were very dark. And there's a lot of things in the 70s where it had a little kind of a dark, kind of silent running. Saturn, what's it called? Saturn V. A Space Odyssey, 2001.
Oh god, Space Odyssey.
All these movies are kind of the 70s, kind of coming up as the 60s, kind of drab, dreary,
Logan's
kind of
Run.
depressing.
Logan's Run.
Logan's Run. Okay, there you go. Logan's Run.
We now return
Planet
to
of the
every
Apes.
movie from.
I mean, there's kind
You
of
blew it up.
no different than the clothes. The clothes in the 70s were earthy. They were darker colors. They were earthy. When you got the 80s, they were bright colors. Girls wore bright colors. It was all about. Well, Star Wars, when it came out, look, you got to understand this. It was, I'm saying 76, could have been 75. I don't really remember. But I do remember, like, everybody in school, dude, have you seen this movie? It blew up like an atomic bomb hit the ground. And it took all those old 70s, darker, earthy tones, sci-fis, and brought it this bright,
It brought
invaded,
hope. A new hope.
all the ships.
Dadalus, it brought a new hope.
But the cinematography, all the ships were dreary and black.
Because it's hope. It's actually like an adventure we can overcome.
They took a bright, cheerful mood and just made it fun to watch. The ships looked incredible. They weren't all dark and dingy. And I mean, go look at Silent Running. Go look at some of the Saturn V. They're just dark and Star Wars was this bright, this whole new style of sci-fi. And it was so different. It was, I have to say, it was groundbreaking. Is the biggest understatement. You have to go up my generation to know what I'm talking about. It was
because you were there when it first came out.
It was.
How old were you when it came out?
11, 12, maybe 12, 13, 12, 13.
Star Wars New Hope.
I'm going to say it was 75?
1977.
77, okay. I'd have to do the math. I was born in 64. What does that make it? So it's 12 years old.
12 years old. So you were prime. You were the prime audience.
But I watched a lot of movies. That's it. I had older brothers. And the feeling of movies back then, sci-fi was dark and dingy. The ships were dark. And all of a sudden, these ships were bright. They were cool. They had all these cool gadgets everywhere. And the sound and a real story. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's not depressing. Some of the stuff is
it's not Logan's Run.
No.
The Vismo, I was just about to mention Space Odyssey. Didn't see on the list. Did Space Odyssey come out?
That was the 70s.
That was the 70s.
And there was another one.
That's why.
2000.
No, Space
2000, 2001. There was another one.
Space Odyssey, yeah.
Yeah, there were two of them. The original came out in the 70s. Oh. And then another one came out in like mid-80s.
Well, that's our tier list,
2001
everyone.
Space Odyssey, the 2021 or something like that. Oh, also, here's the other one. What was that? Rollerball. Go look at these in the 70s. They're dingy. They're depressing movies, and all of a sudden this
new. The future is bleak. It's the same vein of I have no mouth but I must scream kind of stuff. Where it's like
it was just, and I'm telling you, it took a sledgehammer. And if you follow movies
of hope,
new sci-fi movies, they were upbeat, bright. It was fun to watch. They weren't just depressing.
Well, wait. Before there was a sci-fi that was upbeat. Flash.
That came in the 80s.
It was?
Yeah,
that was after. Okay.
Well after.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's
which was a great movie. Why is it in there? Love that movie.
You just love it for the girls, which I will not judge you because we all know I play games for gameplay only.
No, but it was funny too.
I should play Street Fighter 6 and make a fighter character. Music in it. That would be very beautiful for no reason other than to play the game. I am my father's son.
Right.